I want to do an experiment. I want to find someone random here in Miami. I want to bring them in and I want to coach them for 30 days. My goal is to take Jacob over here from zero knowledge when it comes to Airbnb to getting his first property and cash flowing and making profits, okay? So follow us on this journey. I'm gonna show you guys the A through Z, everything from setting up the LLC, setting up the business, all the way to negotiating, calling landlords, visiting properties, how to handle problems, how do you do market research. Everything that I teach in my one-to-one mentorship, I want to document it for you guys here live with Jacob, the man himself. So Jacob, welcome.
Appreciate it.
You excited?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Okay.
Jacob, what's up, brother? How you been? How are you?
See you, dog.
Everything good?
Yes, sir.
We got the whole crew set up right here.
Yeah.
That's sick.
The first thing I want to do, bro, is I want to break down limiting beliefs. Okay, so this was me in 2017. You see me on social media, you see what I've done, but you don't see how I came up. So in 2017, I was 16 or 17. Now, I want to show you this, bro. I didn't come from a rich family. A lot of people think, oh, you come from a rich family, you got a handout, you know, people gave you everything you wanted in life. That wasn't the case, bro. I used to freaking wash my body with you can buy this at Dollar Tree, you know, and I remember because I would run out of fucking soap and I would be like, hey mom, can we go buy it? And guess where she would take me? Now Walmart, now Publix, but Dollar Tree. So we would buy everything in Dollar Tree, bro. That's how I lived. I was tired of that, so I wanted to get a job. I started working at Zaxby's and I was making, man, I don't even remember, probably like $8 an hour. And then in 2018, okay, this is when everything really started, bro. I started getting into personal development. So this is a book right here. I think I already recommended that book to you. It's called Awaken the Giant Within. I was a magician, so I used to do magic, right? I had cards, I would take notes, right? Remember I told you wisdom begins with wonder. I would always be asking myself, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I actually had a girlfriend at the time and she would help me. I would give her quotes that I would learn and she would help me actually list these quotes into a whiteboard. And what I would do, bro, is I would look at them. And bro, I want to show you something. You can't really see it here from my standard, but bro, I was super insecure, bro. I had acne. I had cystic acne. Bro, my confidence, I was broke. My confidence was just fucking down here. So I couldn't talk to anyone. I couldn't do anything. Couldn't talk to anyone. I was insecure, whatever. Now, fast forward to 2019, bro. This is when everything started to change. I got a job working with a guy called Grant Cardone, okay? Now, Grant Cardone, he's a business owner, entrepreneur, real estate mogul, and I started learning from him, bro. I started working with him when I was 17 years old. I was the youngest person he ever hired, and funny story actually. The way I got hired, I actually applied 3 times. I got rejected 2 times, and then the 3rd time he said, why should I hire you? And I said, if you don't hire me, I'm gonna keep on coming back, right? So that just goes to show you the persistence, bro. He sat me down, literally just like this, and they were like, Tabare, how much money do you wanna make? I told them I wanted to make $1,000 a month. That goes to show you, bro, how I didn't have a sense of what money is. I had no idea how much money you needed. I had no idea 6 figures was a lot of money. I thought 50 grand was a lot of money. I thought 40 grand. I was like, oh, if I can make 40 grand a year, if I can make $1,000 a month, I'll be rich. That was my head. That's how much I didn't know about financials, didn't know about business, didn't know about anything. But I was raised by a single mother, right? My mom didn't know anything about business, didn't know about anything. She knew how to love us. She knew how to treat us the right morals, right? How be an ethical person, right? Don't steal, be a good guy. The way that I moved to Miami, bro, I didn't have enough for a first month last, right? So what I had to do is I had to find someone on Craigslist. A lady, her name is Monica, okay? Monica blessed my whole entire life, bro. She said, I'm gonna charge you $800 a month. And at the time, I was making $14 an hour, which I believe I was making like $2,000 a month or something around there, okay? I wasn't making a lot, but I was like, shoot, I can afford it. You know, 800 bucks a month, boom, I'm good. And luckily, she didn't ask for credentials. She didn't ask for a background check. She didn't ask for my pay stubs because, bro, I had $0. I had $0. But it goes to show you everything in life is sales. You can get anything you want. Now, just to go ahead and keep a long story short, bro, what I did is I went ahead and I got that room, right? 800 bucks a month, whatever. She didn't ask for any money down, which is amazing. So I paid her with my next check. So eventually, they gave me the job. Now, what I started doing when I got this job, I was an administrative assistant. So my job was literally to go ahead and basically be like a water boy, right? So I would grab water, bring it to the sales guys, and just give it to them. Just here you go. Here's a sales guy. Here's a pack of gum. I'm basically like I'm like a bitch boy. I'm getting water. I'm getting gum. I'm getting whatever. But I knew that that wasn't where I was gonna be. I was gonna pay my dues now so I can go ahead and live the life I want. You know, you gotta go ahead and you gotta start somewhere. And one of my mentors told me this: the road to paradise starts in hell. So whenever you're thinking like, fuck, this situation sucks, I'm broke, I can't buy this, I can't buy that, just know the road to paradise starts in hell, right? If you wanna get to heaven, you gotta start in hell, right? That's just how it works. Because at the end of the day, bro, you see all these guys who are making money, it could be intimidating, right? Imagine you being in a room with guys that are freaking making 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, guys that have a BMW, guys that have, Ferraris, like, bro, it's intimidating, you know? Now, I worked my way up, dude. I never wanna be the same. In life, you can either do more or you can do less, but you can never stay the same. And I always want more. So what I did is I was like, how can I position myself next to the money? I want to position myself to the money because I was an administrative assistant. Then an opportunity came by to go ahead and work my way up in the company. I worked my way up, got a bonus. I got like 4 different salary raises. So at 18, I believe I was making like, I don't know, like $70,000, $80,000 just in base salary, which is amazing. And then I would try to sell some things here and then. So bro, I was like, I want to get better. Now what I did is I went ahead and I negotiated a deal. I was like, hey, look, I want to do something more. What can I do to provide more value to the company? Remember, you do not want to be selfish, okay? When it comes to any opportunity, your girlfriend, business, friendships, it's always how can you give, right? You want to give before you ask. So I went up to my boss, the director of sales, and I was like, hey Todd, I appreciate you taking me in. I've been doing this for about 5 months. How can I get better? What do I need to do? What systems, what things do I need to learn so I can make more money? He gave me a game plan. He said, do this, 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 this. 3 months later, gave me a promotion. I became from administrative assistant to operations manager. And at operations manager, I was making a lot more money and I was managing a team. I eventually hired 6 people to work under, right? 6 people to go ahead and report directly to me at 18 years of age. It's insane. Like, I know, like the opportunities are just fucking there, you know? I had girls that were 25, a girl that was 32 years old reporting to an 18-year-old kid. How does that happen, you know? Because bro, age does not matter. What matters is expertise. If you position yourself the right way, you're gonna be able to get whatever you want in life. So eventually, bro, worked my way up operations director, right? I'm operations manager, and I had a team of 6 people reporting directly to me. Now I went up to my boss and I was like, hey, look, I see this guy, I see these guys making a lot of money. I'm making good money for my age. I bought myself a car, I bought myself a little red Mustang, 2014 red Mustang. And I was like, okay, good. I'm living life, you know, but I'm still living like paycheck to paycheck, you know? So, and then I met this guy, his name is Jack Lombard. He showed me a check. Okay, 1 month he showed me a check and I believe it was for $40,000 or $50,000. And I was like, fuck dude, he made $40,000, $50,000 in 1 month. This guy just talks in a phone and he makes what I make in a year, and I'm in meetings with the executive team. I'm in meetings with accounting. I'm doing this, that. You're managing bro, I had so much responsibility, bro. I sometimes would even break down and cry. Like I cried in front of my boss one time because I was just so stressed. Because I was dealing with accounting, I was dealing with marketing, they gave me a lot of responsibility at a very young age, which is amazing because when your back's against the wall, that's when you fucking produce. But they also put me in a spot that I was like, fuck dude, I don't know what to do. Right? And then I saw this guy, Jack, and it opened my perspective. I was like, I'm working 10 times harder than this guy, but he's making 10 times the money. So something's off. So then I realized, bro, is you gotta get close to the revenue line. Every business, I want you to imagine this, let's do this, let's go on the whiteboard. Every single business, bro, I want you to think of a business like this. Every business has all the stuff here, the employees here, and then all it has is right here is the money, right? So I want you to think of this like the ocean, right? It's like a river, okay? Money is just flowing here. I was in operations. I was like here, but I wasn't close to the revenue line. The best way to get a raise and to get more money is being as close to the revenue line as possible. So what I did is I was like, hey, look, I'm tired of doing this. I want to go ahead and put me fucking in the fucking river. Put me in the money, because that's the only way you're gonna get money. A lot of people say, well, I'm working so hard. Why am I getting paid so little? Because you're not near the money, bro. You gotta go where the money is to get the money that you deserve. I became obsessed. I started learning every single person. I started literally staying till 9 p.m. Not making any money because I couldn't get paid overtime because I was a salary employee, but I was just staying there, bro, and just watching these people close deals, watching these people negotiate, watching these people, you know, go out there and make phone calls. And what I was doing, bro, is I was just taking notes. I was observing. I was like a sponge, just like you are now, bro. I was a sponge. I was just learning everything without doing any sales, just learning, like shadowing them. Like they would be role playing, I would be listening. They would also go ahead, and what I did is kind of sneaky, okay? And as soon as they leave the office, I would log into their computer, I would download all the calls they did, and I would send it to myself. And then I would just listen. On the car ride home, I learned this from my mentor, turn your car into a college.
Yep.
So I would listen to his calls every single night that I would just drive home. And I would listen. He doesn't know this, but I still have all his calls just in my head, I can still, let me show you. Sales calls.
Is it remote or are they like
40-minute sales calls. I would just study them, bro. Became obsessed with learning. Now, let's go ahead and let's fast forward to 2020, bro. I convinced my director of sales to put me in the sales team. So not only was I the youngest person ever hired on the sales team, on the company, I was also the youngest person ever hired on the sales team, right? So I was 18, about to turn 19 when I joined the sales team. Now, I was like, hey bro, give me a shot. Rejected. It took me 6 months of following up. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. So he put me on the sales team. I joined the sales team May of 2021. The very first day I joined the sales team, I got 3 deals. I collected more than the whole entire company. 3 deals, the very first day I joined the sales team. But why? It's not like I just immediately went from operations to sales. When I was in operations, bro, what was I doing? I was listening. What happened? I started making a lot of money, right? I started closing tickets right here, 12,500, 11,000, 12,000, 97. Bro, I was closing tickets as low as 97 bucks and as high as $250,000. This was the biggest deal ever closed by anyone in my team. It's $250,000 whacked on a fucking credit card. It's a house. You know, this is a deal that literally, now they're selling this package. Before, I actually talked to Brandon Dawson, who's like Grant Cardone's business partner, and I was like, hey, I have a client. He wants to invest a lot of money. Let's make a package for him. We're like, yeah, let's make it up. So we made up a bunch of different stuff, and now we actually sell, now they have this as an actual product. But I just made this up, bro. I just put something together, and I was like, hey bro, it's 250K. All right, got it, boom, swipe card. My commission on that was 25,000, just on one deal. So this just goes to show you, bro, and here, I was obsessed with fucking dominating, bro. I was like, I'm gonna be the best. And I wanna show you this, bro, what happened. So that, you saw the work. You saw from 2017, I started investing in myself with time, energy, and resources, everything, since I was like 16 years old. So 16, 17, 18, 19, my fruits of my labor actually were paying off, right? I bought my 2 dream cars. I used to love a Mustang. I was like, I wanna buy a Mustang. I bought a cheap Mustang, a 2014 Mustang, and then I got a 2021 Mustang, then I got a 2022 Tesla. So then I had a beautiful girlfriend that was freaking amazing, you know? So I lived the life, because all the work that I put in, I lived the life I wanted to. I went to Turks and Caicos, bro. I rented a big ass yacht, you know? And though, here's my pay stub. Like most people, you have to see it to believe it, bro. I was freaking young, making $420,000 in take-home income. That's not revenue. A lot of people will show you, oh, my business did this amount of revenue. That's money in my pocket, you know, at a very young age. Now I show you that, bro, so you can see the whole entire journey. Fast forward, I was making a lot of money, bro, but I wasn't happy. What I started doing is I started using like a side hustle. I was like, okay, let me find this Airbnb thing. What is this Airbnb thing? Because I actually called a guy, and his name was Gerardo, who's my business partner now. How I met him, bro, is he was actually someone that I found that was doing very well, and I actually gave a shit ton of value before I asked. So I was like, hey bro, how can I help you? Hey bro, I want to connect you with Grant. Hey bro, I want to connect you with this person. Hey bro, I want to connect you with this person, right? I kept on connecting them, but at the end of the day, bro, I was giving, and then eventually I asked. Because the fastest way, bro, to kill a high-level relationship is to ask before you give. What happened with this guy is I would call him on a Wednesday at like 12 p.m. and he would be in the beach. And I'm like, bro, how the fuck do you have so much money if you're just on the beach all day? Like you're on the beach, you're playing golf. I'm like, what do you do, bro? So I do short-term rentals. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know what the fuck that is. Like, I don't know what that is. You know, what is short-term rentals, right? And then I was like, bro, how do you fucking do it? Teach me how to do it. And he was like, all right, bro, I'll teach you. And so what I did, bro, is I was like, hey, bro, you're doing Airbnb. You're amazing in the Spanish market. You're fucking crushing it. Let me help you in the English market. Bro, I left there and I was like, okay, I want to do this. I want to venture off. Started into Airbnb. I was investing in Airbnb when I was still at that company, but I kept it low key. I didn't talk. I was just doing my thing, putting money, grabbing money, putting money, grabbing money, putting money, grabbing money, putting money. Eventually, Jerry, my business partner, he was like, okay, this guy's actually serious. I taught him a little bit, and when he taught me, it's basically taking me out to lunch, right? I was just asking him questions. Because, bro, the quality of your answers dictate on the quality of your questions. If you can ask great questions, you'll be able to get great answers. You can get anything you want with the right freaking questions. I learned that from one of my mentors. So when he took me out to dinner, I asked him all these questions. Bro, what do you do? What drives you? How does your business work? How does the operation work? How do you get the leads? How do you do this? And I was asking solid questions, and guess what? I was getting solid answers. Now, most people, what they do is they would just listen to the advice and they would be like, all right, cool, amazing, go back to doing their thing. What I did is I took the advice and I immediately implemented it. Because I knew, bro, knowledge isn't power. Knowledge is potential power. Right? Knowledge is potential, right? Without knowledge, without implementation is useless, right? You've seen it, bro. There's so many people go to university. Right, they learn a lot of shit in university, but do they use it? No, they make 30 grand a year, 40 grand a year, and they're in debt, right? So anyways, I went ahead, bro, I did that, and we started multiple different companies. So we were like, hey bro, you have this company, you've been in business for 8 years, so let me help you grow it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna expand the English market, bro. I know how to raise money, I know how to negotiate, I know how to talk to people, I already have properties, let's partner up together and let's fucking take this shit to the moon, right? So that's what we did, that's coupon tours. Now, what I also did is I was like, hey bro, let's venture off. Like, you're doing this is great, but let's do other verticals. And he was like, bro, let's fucking run it. So then we actually started BNB Flow. BNB Flow is a software company. So I was like, you know what? Let's build a software company and let's go ahead and let's partner up with all these Airbnb gurus, because I'm sure you've seen a lot of ads, bro. You've seen a lot of people, there's always promoting you like, hey, come check out this webinar, come do this, come do that. So I was like, let's partner up with these gurus and let's just go ahead and let's have them use our software and let's get a percentage. I was like, you know what, Gerardo, let's start an education company. Because I knew I always wanted to do this, bro. I grew up in this. I always wanted to help people. You know, that's what gives you fulfillment, bro. Once you make money, money doesn't do anything for you. You get numb to it. So that's the beautiful thing about this, bro, is all these businesses directly interlink with one another. They're all in the same vertical. This was me freaking in 2019. This was me in 2022. So if I can do that, bro, if I can turn from this to this with no money, with literally zero, you can fucking crush it.
I'll change your life, bro.
Dude, I'm ready.
I love it.
You'll look at this camera, like just reference it, and then like look at him, and then occasionally you'll look at this one.
Okay. What are their names?
Samantha and Zoe.
Samantha and
Samantha
Zoe.
and Zoe.
I love it. Cool. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and get to know your story, bro.
Absolutely.
Because everyone has a story.
Yeah.
You guys already know my story, but what's your story? Like, well, let's start off from like, 2 years ago.
Sure, 2 years. Yeah, man, just wrapped up college. I was like, this is not for me. I did my first semester of junior college. When I went to like my social studies class like once. I was like, that was my first and last time. Dropped out. Eventually, I ended up here in Miami. And yeah, man, just one step at a time. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
I love it here. It's beautiful.
Okay, what made you like actually want to get into Airbnb?
My dad was always in real estate and just rental properties, right? Landlord. So I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to do that exactly, but I definitely want to do something in that avenue. So I know that South Florida is definitely very up and coming when it comes to all the tourism. So I was like, I think it's the spot.
It's amazing. That's amazing. What do you think is the biggest issue you're gonna have in these next 30 days?
Let's see. I think it's just like how to approach, how to manage like the cleaning teams, right? I'm thinking that logistics that way. I can cold call. So if we need to talk to some landlords, I have no problem with that. So
Okay.
yeah,
Dude, amazing. Amazing.
sir.
What do you know about Airbnb so far? Like, I'm sure you've stayed at a couple Airbnbs, right?
yeah. So actually my first time down here, me and Jason actually, we were like, oh, we don't have a place in Miami yet. So we got an Airbnb for 30 days, right? And we're like, if we don't find a place to live in 30 days, we're screwed, right? So we moved down here, man. I know a little bit, man. Stayed in a couple here and there, but definitely more to learn for sure.
Dude, that's fire. And what we want to do on this entire next 30 days is we're going to show you how to get started with Airbnb, not utilizing your own money. Like, he's not going to utilize a cent that he has in his bank account. We're going to go out there. We're going to show you guys how to get funding. How do you get the funding? How do you utilize the funding? How do you set up the property in the whole 9 yards? Now, what I really want to do today, brother, is I want to talk about the phase one,
Sure.
which phase one is mindset. Right?
course.
I know you have a good mindset. We have a lot of like people that know each other in their same circle.
Yeah.
So I know your head is on the right way. But what I really want to know is, what have you done in your life that has not worked, and what have you done in your life that has worked?
Let's see, break me down. Like, are we talking business? Or are we talking sports? What are we talking?
I want to talk about in life overall.
Sure. Where I can start, right? It's just like if it aligns with me, right? Like for to go back to college example, right? I'm decently smart. I can pass classes, but just didn't vibe with me, right? But as soon as I came down to Florida, man, it was just like everything just like kept lining up. And like what I've discovered is just that like as long as you have a vision and something you really jive with, like I just haven't experienced any slowdowns. You know what I mean? So did I answer your question?
Yeah, I mean, when you think of success, right? Where do you
Sure.
want to get to? How old are you, first off?
22.
Got it. And you moved to Miami when?
I moved to Miami last July.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what made you pull the trigger to move to Miami from California?
Well, I moved to South Florida November 2023, so a little bit long with that. Dude, I just dropped out of college and I was just like, this isn't for me. I saw just a bunch of people down here just killing it, right, crushing it. And I was like, well, California is definitely not where I belong now. So I saw something here and just went after it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What's your target? How much money do you want to be making a month with Airbnb?
Absolutely, yeah. My goal right now, my first benchmark is 20.
20. Guys, it's very simple. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to get to 20K per month with Airbnb. Now, when it comes to mindset, a lot of people think Airbnb is very easy. You just have the money, you go out there, you invest it in, and then boom, it's gonna make you money. The business is simple, but it's not easy,
Sure,
right? So we're gonna go over the entire step-by-step blueprint, but the most important thing is the mental,
Yeah.
right? So when it comes to Airbnb, 60% of Airbnb is sales.
Sure.
You're already pretty good at sales, right? You kind of do like more fulfillment, you serve other clients, so you know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
We're gonna fine tune your skills a little bit more.
Cool.
Okay. Now, when it comes to Airbnb, right? Do you know about the regulations and the rules? Have you done any sort of research or anything? Or are you brand new? What's your situation?
I walked in the lobby this morning, or down there, and I was
Yep.
like, oh, no short-term rentals allowed. So I know some complexes allowed and they don't, but my knowledge is like very base level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna show you exactly how to do the entire thing.
Badass.
Now, first thing, when you think of yourself, what do you think of? Like when you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see?
Just winner, bro. I don't know. Just
Winner.
moving forward, man. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. What's the one thing that you think is holding you back?
Just right now, clarity. You know, I know I have the wherewithal to execute. I just need clarity in next steps. You know, if I can have like a certain like, I need to perform this action X amount of times this day, that's no problem. It's just the clarity initially to get there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Clarity. Okay.
Yep.
What do your parents think about you in Miami?
They support me. You know, for a minute it kind of sucked because like, you know, wasn't getting there, right? Nothing was clicking. But eventually now they're like, oh damn, like, good job, proud of you.
Okay.
You know, so that's cool.
And you have roommates, right? You live with 3 other guys.
2 others, yeah.
2 others. Okay,
Yep.
fantastic.
Yes, sir.
And right now, your main thing is just helping people get access to capital to invest in whatever business.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. You, in that field, you see all these different businesses. You see drop shipping, e-commerce, info, Airbnb, wholesaling. Why Airbnb?
You know, my dad was always in real estate. I just felt like a calling to that sort of general sector. I have some
What type of
basic-
real estate?
Just, you know, rental properties like single family duplexes,
Okay.
stuff like that. So,
Okay.
and
Does he still have those units or no?
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Has he pivoted into Airbnb or no?
No, he's old school, of course. You know, he found what worked for him, and you know, I love that. But no Airbnb yet.
I love it. I love it. Okay, good. So at this point, dude, I want to open up for Q&A. What
Sure.
questions do you have for me before we even start this entire journey?
Absolutely, man. I mean, like, where do you start? You start here, South Beach, Naples. Like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, for you, 100% your backyard, right?
Okay.
So your backyard, you're blessed because your backyard is beautiful Miami,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
So you can literally go ahead and in this journey, right? I'm gonna go ahead and take you to some properties. You're gonna see some properties. You're gonna see how it runs, how the cleaning team. I'm gonna show you the whole entire thing, so you can get a feel of how the business runs before you do it. Cool. Okay. Now the first step, okay, because we're gonna talk about mindset. I'm gonna give you access to the B&B Know-How program, which teaches you about mindset and all that sort of stuff. But I want to kind of talk about setting up the infrastructure.
Sure.
So, do you have an LLC right now?
Yes.
Okay. What's it called?
Icarus Solutions LLC.
Okay. And what is it under? What category?
Consulting.
Okay.
General management consulting.
Okay. Fantastic. So the first step is coming up with a name.
Perfect.
Now this is the best part, right? Obviously our company name is called Coupon Tours, right? I have people that are called Stay Rits, right? My students are called Stay Rits. There's so many different names. So do you have a name in mind that you want to play with?
Can it be like initials, like any specific rules or what?
So yeah, there are some rules,
what's
right?
that?
You want to remove the word rentals from
course,
it,
yeah.
right? You don't want to say rentals. And keep, this is like the creative part, right?
Sure.
So you want to think about what's your calling, what's your why. Like obviously you have that cross,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You were just bored, you're like, fuck, something in me decided to just go ahead and, you know, draw that. Same thing when it comes to a company name. You're gonna think about a bunch of names and one of them is gonna stick to you. So what's that company name that you are like, dude, I kind of like that? Or give me like 2 or 3 and I'll help you out.
Let's do Kingdom Hospitality. How's that?
Dude, that's fucking fire.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, give me another one.
That's the first one that comes to mind, man.
Kingdom Hospitality.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. When it comes to Airbnb, right, there's multiple ways you can get started. There's arbitrage, there's buying a property, and there's co-hosting.
Sure.
I'm gonna mainly show you arbitrage because that one is the one that you need least capital to get started. Okay. Now, Kingdom Hospitality. I love it. What's gonna be your actual brand? Is it luxury? Is it like what's the brand for you? What does it look like?
Yeah, I think we do luxury, vacation spots for sure.
Okay.
I think it's a good starting point.
Vacation spots, luxury. Okay, fantastic. When it comes to getting into Airbnb, another thing you're gonna need is a business bank account. Do you already have that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Funding. There's multiple ways to get funding. Obviously, you're an expert when it comes to that. We can try to get a credit line anywhere from 5, 10, 15, 20K so you can use on your property, okay? To get started with Airbnb, there's 3 upfront costs. First month, last month, security, and furniture. If you need furniture, I can go ahead and show you how to rent furniture, how to buy furniture, the whole entire thing. Now, what I really want to do, mainly today, is go ahead and find out why haven't you been able to actually, let's say, pivot into Airbnb already?
Sure.
Because I'm sure you've seen a lot of different coaching programs,
course.
this, webinar, this. What stopped? Like, what made you pull the trigger and trusting someone like me and my team?
Absolutely, you know, word of mouth, man. Just one of my good friends put in a good word for you, and I was like, I watched you guys' content. I was like, I'll start here.
What have you watched?
I saw your VSL, a little bit of YouTube, a little bit of Instagram and Twitter too.
Okay.
I was like, and I remember, bro. I remember even like back like last year, seeing you post up on the Twitter all the time. I was like,
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, he's from Grant Cardone and all that stuff.
So you've been following me for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good note because a lot of people, right, it takes them a long time to take action.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah,
You've been in the ecosystem for a year, but it took a year to actually reach out and be like, hey, I want
what's
to.
going on, guys? Yep.
What would you recommend to someone that, let's say, is watching this video, they don't know if they should take the leap of faith,
Yeah.
they see a lot of people, what would you tell someone like that?
It's only a matter of time, man. You know, either way, the time's gonna pass, right? You can either live your life literally wondering what if, like, hey, what if I make this step? What if I take this extra jump? And you'll literally never know until you try it. You know, so.
Fucking love it. I love it. Okay, good. So let's pause right here. Okay. Now, I didn't tell you this. This is my fault, but we can do it next time. Do you have a laptop that you can bring?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. We can use mine for now. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna set up a logo real quick. okay? It doesn't have to be perfect, right? We'll set up a logo, we'll record you setting up the logo, I'll give you some tips, and we'll go from there. Guys, so the first part is setting up your business legally, okay? So luckily, Jacob has already done that. So he already has an LLC, he already has a business bank account, and right now what we're gonna set up is making the business from being like a number, right, the EIN, and actually making it into a real visible, beautiful logo, beautiful company that's gonna be a direct representation of the company and the service that he provides. This is crucial. So right now we're gonna go into a website, okay, it's called canva.com, and we're gonna build the first logo. A lot of people spend 1 to 2 days. I'm gonna show you how quick and easy it is to build a logo, to get it rocking and rolling and get it set up, okay? Do not worry about, oh, this has to be perfect, I have to do this. Just make a logo, we'll launch with that one. I'll show you how it's gonna play into the whole entire thing. So let's check it out. So the first thing we're gonna do, brother, is we're gonna go into canva.com, and then I'm gonna create a new design, right? We're gonna do a logo. And bro, I'm sure you've used Canva before, so I don't gotta teach you that. I'm just gonna go ahead, literally record him. I'm gonna let your creativity juices flow. So the name, what's the name again? Kingdom?
Kingdom Hospitality.
Dude, fucking love it. Dude, I fucking love it. So we're gonna go ahead, you take like 10, 15 minutes, and we'll freaking rock and roll from there.
Let's run it.
So guys, what he's doing right now is he's gonna go into Canva, and this is where your creativity juices really have to flow. A lot of people get this wrong. A lot of people spend an entire day building out the perfect logo. I like to have this entire frame of mind that the first draft is for the trash. So what we're gonna do is we're doing the first draft, and this is gonna be the principle that's gonna set up the entire infrastructure of the business to make it look sexy, make it look appealing, and let's go. Boom. So now we just wait, take your time on that, bro, and let's see. Let's see what you craft up. If you wanna do 2 different variations, and we'll choose the best one. The key, bro, when it comes to this is simple, yet elegant, yet make it be you, bro. Make it be your style. I saw your Instagram, bro. Your Instagram, we'll put it up on the screen. Your Instagram's pretty fire, you know? So it's gotta reflect.
Appreciate it, bro.
Good job.
All right, guys, so check this out. Jacob just finished the logo. It took him literally like a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, okay? So as you can see, it looks beautiful, Kingdom Hospitality. Now that we have this logo, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna download it, okay? So let's click share. We're gonna click, let's go here, let's download this. Boom. First step is done. You see how easy it is? Now the business is actually coming to life, which is freaking sick, okay? Now, the second step is gonna be a little bit more technical, and that involves building your booking site. Now let me show you exactly what the booking site is gonna look like. I'm gonna show you mine so you can go ahead and take a look at it. So this is what mine looks like, okay? Now, as you can see, we obviously do Turo, we do yacht rentals, we pretty much do a lot of things.
Right.
It does not have to look like this, okay? As you can see, we have properties that display here, right? I wanna show you a very, very simple way of getting started with a booking page, okay? I'm gonna show you one of my students. Cool. Stay Ritz. Okay, you see, very, very simple. You can use WordPress, you can use whatever platform you want.
Right.
But if you go here, it says welcome to stayritz.com, book now. Now, what I'm gonna allow you to do, brother, is I'm gonna allow you to go ahead and use my properties as like a social proof. So when you send this landing page and this booking page out to your potential customers, they're gonna be like, oh shit, this guy knows what he's talking about, okay? And that's part of the benefit of joining the mentorship program, right? You get access to my team, you get access to our properties, our portfolio. That way it gives you immediate altitude. That way when you reach out to these landlords, bam, you already have altitude. You already know what you're doing. You're an expert. And plus, we're gonna do a lot of sales training, so you're gonna sound like a beast. Okay, so this right here is Stay Ritz. Now, in order for you to make this is gonna be like your homework assignment for today. So tonight, you're gonna go home, and you're gonna have this reference, you're gonna have my other reference, and you're gonna go ahead and be in charge of making your beautiful booking page.
Let's do it.
Okay, now, why is a booking page important, right? A booking page, it doesn't have to be super perfect, as you can see, it's very simple, but it's gonna show credibility. So when you're reaching out to these landlords, they're gonna tell you an objection, send me more information, send me details about your company. Right. You send them this, immediately gives you instant rapport, okay? A lot of people say you don't necessarily need booking pages, right? It's good, right? But for example, if you have a girlfriend, would you want your girlfriend to be dressed up beautifully, hair done, makeup done, high heels? Absolutely. Or would you want your girlfriend to just not take care of herself? You know? same thing with the business, right? Same thing with the booking page. So the booking page is the girlfriend. We're gonna make it look beautiful. That way it's gonna be like a gem. Whenever you actually are talking to landlords, they know, okay, this guy's legit.
Sure.
All right,
Makes
boom.
sense.
So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now, another thing that a lot of people disregard is the color scheme. So as you can see, my color scheme is blue and yellow. The reason it's blue and yellow is because we tailor it more to the Latin America audience, okay? That's why we started the company, my business partner and I.
Yeah.
Now, you can decide, so let's see your logo. We have yellow and black. Is that the color scheme you want?
Let's do it.
Dude, I love it. Okay, good. So now you have both of these websites to go ahead and build your own booking page, and this should be done in the next 24 hours, and then we'll fucking move on to the next step.
Sir.
Let's do it.
Keep it moving.
So guys, that's how easy it is to get started with Airbnb. A lot of people think I gotta overcomplicate it. Fuck, like I've had students that this has literally taken them 4 weeks to do, and we've done it in the last 15 minutes. So it goes to show you that we're all getting the same amount of information. My students, right, Jacob, everyone's getting the same amount of information. It's how fast you can implement. And another thing, you guys are gonna be freaking super lucky because you guys are gonna see Jacob make cold calls. You guys are gonna see him get hung up on. You guys are gonna see the negotiating process. You guys are gonna see him writing up the contract, sending it over. You guys are gonna see him do the audit. You guys are gonna see the entire thing. And on next week episode, we're actually gonna go ahead and we're gonna check out some properties. That way he can experience what an Airbnb property is like. For example, what supplies do we use? What's the check-in? What's the check-out process? That way it's more real to him. Okay, so follow us on the journey. If you want us to learn more, make sure you subscribe and keep on watching us because we're gonna take this guy to 20K in the next 30 days. So let's fucking go.